Hello everybody and welcome to Favorite Rugby on Favorite Sports. A very disgruntled Lions supporter here because a golden opportunity to really keep themselves in that fight for the top 8 and let them slip. 36 points, 21 is how it ended. The Ospreys were recording a bonus point victory against a very, very sloppy Lions outfit that just didn't arrive, to be perfectly honest, and had a bit of a comeback, had a lot of momentum in the second half, and couldn't make any of it count. So a tale of a side that should have been bringing with confidence, that didn't bring that same sort of attitude, and a home side which pitched up and took the opportunities when they were presented. Because again, you look at the stats, and the Lions had some. I mean, they had I think 84% possession in the last about 20 minutes, but they left too late with too much to do, and poor discipline, poor handling, poor basic errors. Were just not enough, really. And the Ospreys, well, they were good enough. They took their chance when they arrived. They forced the errors, and a very big deserved victory for them as they go into the top 8 and replace the Lions in that potential Champions Cup spot. Before we look at the sort of the stats and sort of exactly what happened when, please do smash the like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Horrible start from the Lions, who were 12-0 down at the 30-minute mark. At the 17-minute mark, really. Buerta going over in the 4th minute with Parry going over just 10 minutes or 12 minutes later with Williams nailing one of the conversions, and Lions were all of a sudden 12 points to 0 down. And annoyingly in the first half, when they had ball in hand, it looked pretty dangerous, except there was always that one last pass which didn't quite go to hand. It was then the chance of PJ Buerta, the Lions hooker, to score once the Ospreys had gone down to 40 men. Henderson adding the extra. So at half-time, 12 points to 7, and you felt the Lions had a bit of momentum going into half-time. Had to score first in the second half. They didn't do that. Instead, Morgan O'Dear got a yellow card. In fact, sorry, I apologize. It was actually a penalty just before half-time, which again was very frustrating. But Morgan O'Dear got a yellow card early on in the second half, and 2 tries whilst he was off the field, one through Morris, the other through Lloyd, both then being converted by Williams. Suddenly meant the Lions were down 29 points to 7, pretty much down and out. A try by Currie in the 66th minute, converted successfully. A try by Richard Creel in the 74th minute, and all of a sudden Lions were on 19 points. It was converted by Hendrickson to make it 21 points. And all of a sudden the Lions at 10 minutes try and find themselves a potential bonus point, even 2 bonus points actually, if they'd scored that last try. Instead, they ended up conceding with Williams going over in the 79th minute, and final score 36 points to 21. If you look at some of the stats, territory-wise, 48% to 52, very even. Possession 51 in favor of the Lions, actually, who dominated much of the second half. Scrums, 100% win for both teams, but Lions getting no scrum penalties, whereas Ospreys got a few. The lineouts weren't great for either side, to be particularly honest. Post-contact meters, the Lions had more. They also had more carries, more line break, well, same amount of line breaks, and more passes. We look at the turnovers, 18 turnovers lost by the Lions. That was poor handling. Players getting isolated, not good enough. 10 turnovers won by Ospreys. 12 penalties conceded by Ospreys, 9 by the Lions. A yellow card apiece there. Defensively, 185 tackles made by Ospreys, missing 21. Lions 135 made, missing 21 as well. Lions kicking slightly less than the Ospreys. But if we look at some of the individual performances, I thought Morgan Morris played very well for Ospreys. Topped the carry shot, as did Owen Watkin. If we look at tackles completed, Morgan Morris also at the top there. So I'm not quite sure who got it, but I'd imagine he would have been a very deserving sort of man of the match. For the Lions, I thought that Manchtuka tried pretty hard. Jordan Hendrickson, I think maybe not quite there from the Lions' perspective in terms of getting the back line going. They were a little bit static, but I think really the issue came from the lack of dominance up front. So annoyingly, the Lions, as I said, they were 1 try away from coming home with 7 out of a possible 10 points. Instead, they return with 5. They drop out of that top 8. They do have a couple of home games now, and it is so tight at the top there. They can get themselves back in there, but they'll need to pick up their socks and very much improve on what was a pretty torrid performance. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comments below. Please do smash the like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.